Well, I've never seen anything like this before. Hundreds of parasol mushrooms growing under these spruce trees at Topcliffe. And I think they're edible. I'll take a few and check when I get home. Because there are 3 sort of shaggy parasols. One of them can make you, well, it won't kill you, but certainly make you sick. But isn't that amazing? Yeah, there is a glorious selection there. Wonderful. There's another one growing in a sort of circle. Here's another variety. I thought they were blue stalks, but I'm not sure. Because blue stalks are very nice as well, but I'll take one home and check. Well, there are fungus everywhere. And here's another fungus. A totally different structure to it. A little circle around that elder sapling. Yeah, it's amazing. This is the parasol mushroom which I brought home yesterday from the riverbank. There are several different varieties of this. Some make very good eating and some can make you feel a bit nauseous and give you diarrhea. The best of them is just called a parasol mushroom. It has a rather scaly stem, whereas this stem is perfectly smooth. So the one with a smooth stem is called the Shaggy Parasol. That isn't quite as good at eating. In fact, some people are quite allergic to it. Nevertheless, if you aren't, it's quite tasty. But the Shaggy Parasol, when you damage it, when you break it, the flesh turns a sort of pinky brown colour quite quickly. Similarly, these two, I think these are bluets. They don't have that purple stem, pinky purple stem. That's probably where they're going to be growing, but when I smell them, they definitely smell like bluets. This is a life-size photograph of parasol mushroom from Roger Phillips' excellent book on mushrooms. And the parasol mushroom has this scaly surface to the stem, which you can see there. And this mushroom doesn't have that. Although to all intensive purposes it looks exactly the same. So it has a smooth stem rather than a snaky skin stem. It bruises and produces a sort of brownish red, which would mark it out as a shaggy parasol, rather than just the ordinary parasol. But there is one in America, fortunately you don't find it here, which produces green spores. So what I've done is I've made a spore print of this shaggy parasol. So I've just taken a large cap from this shaggy parasol lot and just placed them the gill side down on this black paper. You can use any colour paper, but I happen to know that these are white and they look, you get the contrast on the black paper. There, millions of them, white spores make this pattern. They are quite decorative, and you can keep them by if you spray them with hair lacquer and leave them to dry, then they don't smudge. Lots of different coloured spores on lots of different coloured paper for those of you with an artistic bent. I also tried it with this one, which I thought might be a bluet. I don't know what colour they are, but they look white to me. I mean, it smells like a bluet. It looks like a bluet. But you don't normally find bluets growing under spruce trees, which makes me a little bit suspicious of it. So I'll forego that one when I come to cook them. The oft-repeated, and I mean oft-repeated, you hear it all the time, advice is that make sure that you identify positively any fungus before you eat it. And even if you've identified it positively, or some expert has, if you've never eaten it before, just have a small amount, maybe just one, because some people are allergic to them and they can give you sort of gastric upset. nausea and diarrhoea. In 2008, a chap called Evans, he wrote a book called The Horse Whisperer. He and his family were severely poisoned to the extent that 3 of them suffered kidney failure and needed dialysis and eventually kidney transplant, although whether they've all 3 of them have had the kidney transplant, I don't know, but you certainly don't want that. I mean, it's a much better system in France. You quite simply take them to the chemist or the pharmacy, as they call them over there, and the pharmacist will tell them whether they're edible or not. Nevertheless, although the French are sort of experts on these matters, in the 3 months in autumn, there are over 1,000 people admitted to hospital suffering from mushroom poisoning, and a sizable number of French people die having eaten things like death cap. When you start feeling ill, it's too blooming late. You're a goner. The best piece of advice I could give you really is to pick out 6 which are really easy to identify. And I mean really easy to identify. Just stick to them until you become a little bit more knowledgeable. But they make great eating. Well, there's half a dozen parasol mushrooms, or shaggy parasols these are, which I'll cook in 2 batches. You can put them in all sorts of things, but if you've never tried these before, they can, if you're allergic to them, they can make you quite ill. So I suggest you just have a small one like that and see how you feel afterwards before you indulge in any more. So I've just put some butter and some oil in this pan. Just bring it up to temperature. Put a lid on and sweat them down. Just cook them slowly. Well, there they are. They're just about done. You don't want them crisp. Some people cook them with onions and garlic, but I just like them on their own. With a piece of brown bread and butter, a cup of tea. Hot. But really nice. An autumn treat. Well, I'll see you again. Take care. Bye bye. Something spit in my mouth.